Welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. This is Weather HQ. Now, President Bongbong Marcos orders LGUs to clean up their drainage systems, especially in Metro Manila, ahead of the incoming typhoon season. Now, the president has also tasked the DPWH and DOLE to use its TUPAD program and mobilize beneficiaries for the cleaning in exchange for financial assistance. And as the government prepares first responders for the monsoon season, Malacañang also calls on the public to take action for themselves and stop littering.
Asahan niyo po ang gobyerno na kikilos para sa inyo, pero sana rin po, kumilos din po kayo para sa taong bayan. Iwasan na po natin magkalat, magtapon ng mga basura sa mga lugar na mas madalas na bahain. Minsan po tayo rin po ang nagiging dahilan kung bakit mabilis bumha sa ating lugar.
Now, this typhoon season, we ask this question yet again. What does it really take to mitigate flooding? I'm joined by Engineer Grecile Christopher Damo, Project Manager with the DPWH, and Ms. Leigh Lunas, a Geographic Information System expert, both of them working on the Pasig-Marikina River Channel Improvement Project. It's a beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Beautiful day also.
All right, Engineer Toto, right? I'll start off with you kasi when we take a look at the flooding situation in Metro Manila in general, parang every year sinasabi natin, what will it take to stop the flooding here? When we take a look at the projects happening this year, ano pong ginagawa ng DPWH?
Okay, good morning, Sir Paulo. DPWH is actually doing its job in widening the river, cleaning up, also the steros and also the pumping station. We are managing for the increasing the capacity of our pumping station. For in this case, sa Pasig-Marikina, we have a specific project. This is a large-scale project which stretches around 8 kilometers of river improvement. So, okay lang ba? Sabi ko sa inyong mga prominent landmarks natin. So, from downstream, mag-start po kami sa Park Links, Marikina River po to, then going to Círculo Verde, which is actually yung bungad ng Manggaan Floodway, and then after that, Santolan, and then Eastwood, and then going upstream sa Campatiensa, then Olandes, and then Riverbank, SM Marikina, all the way to Provident, Barangay Kalumpang, and then ang endpoint namin is Marikina Bridge. So from the title itself, Pasig-Marikina River Improvement Project. No? So winaway din namin yung river natin by dredging and also setting the width of the river para mas malaking capacity niya. So aside from that, nakita namin malaki ang i-dredge natin dito, which is around 2 million cubic meter na lupa na dapat nating itanggalin sa ilog para lumaki ang kapasidad niya.
What I find very unique sa project na to, or at least maybe coming from my perspective, kasi I don't live in yung world ninyo, nasanay ako sa road widening eh.
Yes.
Ngayon lang nakita yung river widening. But what are the effects na inaasahan ng DPWH to be measurable to say na successful yung project na to?
Okay, since we're already at the middle part, 50% na nung accomplishment natin, especially in the dredging works, actually, binabanggit ang ating mahal na presidente yung climate change. So, ibig sabihin yung intensity ng rainfall natin ngayon is like parang magiging normal na yung ondoy type na rainfall. We experienced Typhoon Karina, Ulysses.
Yeah.
So, palit na lang yung chance na nauulit yung ganito kalaking magnitude. Before we start our project, napansin namin na mabilis tumaas yung tubig sa Marikina River, but because we already dredge almost 50% of the volume ng lupa na nakaharang doon sa ilog, so parang it's like also yung road nga, na pag niluwagan mo, so less ang traffic. So mabilis tumakbo ang tubig pababa. Pag masikip ang daan, mas masikip yung kalsada natin, mas mahirap duman yung mga sasakyan. So same as with the river. So pag we will not going to improve that by widening and also dredging, so mahirap niyang ikayanin yung capacity na malakas na ulan. Tulad ng Ondoy or something like that.
Ms. Lunas, kanina nag-usap tayo and your job actually helps create maps, especially mga flood hazard mapping para sa mga LGU, if I'm not mistaken. When you take a look at yung trabaho mo, it feels like ever-changing. They're changing the river.
Yes,
so it feels like you're changing yung trabaho nyo rin. When you take a look at yung flood hazard mapping, what are the goals? And of course, paano mo ginagawa?
Okay po. So, ang flood hazard mapping, basically, you have to identify the flood-prone areas dun sa certain communities. Like for our project, we identified each barangays where are the flood-prone areas, and then we conduct a workshop inviting LGU, DRRM officers, and barangay officers, including residents. So they have a table setup meeting and they discuss so saan yung pwedeng dumaan in case magkaroon ng flooding, paano pumunta ng evacuation area, and also you have to identify ano yung mga important critical facilities like nearest hospital, police station, barangay, fire. So you have to identify and having the perspective of the resident. So syempre, since it's not only the resident, even the commuters or passers-by. So dapat parang meron din silang input, especially input and output, and they can see where are the important locations are just in case they have to evacuate.
Ms. Lunas, how have the maps evolved, especially with the different projects from the government? At the same time, yung climate change nga, parang yung epekto ng climate change has been, it feels like we've been feeling it more and more pronounced in the past few years. How often have these maps changed sa experience niyo po?
For example, in this project, we started in 2022. We already conducted parang meron na kaming flood hazard map and meron ng certain levels ng lalim ng baha. And due to interventions like the structural measures, so I'm part of the non-structural measures. So because of that, may mga certain areas na hindi na siya binabaha kasi meron ng interventions. Like example, sa Barangay Santolan, before, during Condoy, during Ulysses, it was really flooded in particular areas. And dahil may interventions na hindi na ganun kalalim yung baha as expected. Parang ganun.
Engineer, na-mention mo 50% yung latest project nyo along Marikina River in particular. Ano yung timeline po natin to actually get yung 100%?
Okay, magandang tanong yan. No? Previously, ang original kasi na dapat na matapos kami this December 2025. But due to some additional works and revision of ng mga design namin, and ang pinakamabigat dito yung mga na-found out namin during construction, may mga changes kami na methodology. So we extended yung completion date to December 2026. So by that time, yun mararanasan natin yung big effect nung structure natin. Kasi aside from widening kasi, we also do construction of flood wall para yung tubig hindi papunta dun sa mga dapat na hindi binabaha.
What are the reasons why nag-evolve yung methodology ninyo? Is it because as you're constructing, there are either new parts of the river siguro that you didn't realize medyo kailangan pala ng ibang structural intervention? Okay.
So, isang mga naging problema namin, no, because as you know, yung Pasig River Marikina River natin is actually heavily urbanized. Hindi lang urbanized, sabi ko, binanggit ko rin yung mga prominent landmarks like yung Eastwood. May mga buildings na kasi yan. So, when we drive our sheet pile, kasi sheet pile namin almost 18 meters. So, ibig sabihin, ganun kalaking bakal, ibabaon mo. And you need, if you want to push that sheet pile sa ground, kailangan mo, o sa riverbed, kailangan mo siyang malakas na force. So, it creates a vibration, noise, and everything. So, may time na yung area na dinadrive lang namin na sheet pile, we encountered hard strata. And we have to reduce the noise and also the vibration by pre-drilling. So, that is additional cost sa contractor namin, at the same time yung time. And also some designs actually like yung sa Marikina. Of course, merong ideal na design kami na ito lang kasi ang gusto namin gawin, but the LGUs itself, they have also some needs na kailangan nila tong area na to na ganito. We need this area to be open for the public in the future. So nagkakaroon kaming adjustment, and we have meaning if we have some adjustment, we have to redesign that area. And we have to comply kung ano yung kailangan ng LGU. But ang importante dito, pasok pa rin dun sa design discharge natin na siniset dun sa Marikina River. So maraming mga changes, but ang pinakamabigat yung dumating yung we have to stop our work because of the typhoon. Every time there is a typhoon or heavy rainfall, we have to stop because we have to secure yung safety nung barge. Siguro fresh pa sa memory ng iba natin kasama, mga kababayan natin nanonood, yung nangyari doon sa Manalo Bridge wherein the barge actually hit yung tulay.
Yes, exactly.
Eventually na-damage namin yon. But we restored it na maging passable ulit yung tulay at a temporary work as a temporary bridge, no? Because we are planning to restore that bridge into 4 lane. Kasi ngayon existing is 2 lane lang. Bago ma-damage, 2 lane lang siya, din na-damage namin. So we replace it with yung Bailey Bridge, which is actually a temporary bridge.
Yeah.
While waiting for the new design.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about that in just a bit, actually, engineer. But then I want to focus first on Ms. Lunas kasi may signages tayo dito to help identify the certain, well, ginagamit ng mga LGU. So we'll bring it all up here. Ginagamit ng LGU. Ito pa yung flood evacuation route po natin. When we take a look at the interventions ng mga LGU to try and keep everyone safe, especially during yung typhoon season po natin, just how important are the signages, the early warning systems that you are able to help provide para sa mga kababayan natin?
Yes. So for the importance of the flood signages installation is basically to promote awareness and also to guide people to safety, especially the residents, the commuters, and deliveries, everyone passing through the barangays. It's very helpful because they have to know if the road is passable, if it will, especially then pala sa evacuation kung okay, is it going to safety and where's the evacuation area. And I also want to add that the installation of flood signages is part of the non-structural measure of our project, Pasig-Marikina River Channel Improvement Project, Phase 4. And other than the installation of signages, we also conducted evacuation drills and also environmental monitoring during construction and RAP and also social development planning, and we also conducted tree planting and Ilog Summit.
Yeah.
So these are more community preparedness and including the people part of the project and also being part of safety for everyone, especially living within the area.
All right, Ms. Luna, I'm gonna hold on to this during the entire interview. But then when we take a look at yung preparedness natin, just how ready are we given yung dalawang types of interventions, the non-structural and the structural, especially for this year in particular? I understand 50% lang so far, 50%. And I understand that you have also started campaigns like this, or at least continued campaigns like this, and of course have worked with LGUs. Ano yung readiness po natin dito, given yung works po ninyo?
Siguro, it's a holistic approach, so there's non-structural and structural. So it's not only about the engineering interventions, it's also about the people. So I would, I'm 100% sure that the people in our pilot barangays that we have taught, they're very much aware of the situation and they're very well prepared because I've given them also materials that they can use and given proper workshops and training. So I think they're pretty much okay. And also coordination and relationship between the project, DPWH, and also the barangays and LGUs. It's really like a teamwork, a team effort to involve everyone in this during the flood season.
Well, engineer, we're running out of time, but really quickly here, with 50% of the flood works, or at least mga mitigation efforts already done sa Marikina, can we expect lesser impact from the typhoons, especially in those areas once they do come in, because it's very notorious yung Marikina River when it comes to flooding? Yeah,
actually from the start of our project in 2021, siguro nung 2022, 23, we experienced already some changes, major changes, because we already freed some portion of the river by widening, and we already set yung ating river capacity. So malaking effect. However, again, this is only a limited design, 30-year term period, which is around 2,900 cubic meter per second. And Typhoon is around 3,200 cubic meter per second. So ibig sabihin, even though matapos namin itong project na to by 2030, lahat-lahat, if another Typhoon Ondoy will come, again, we will experience flood. Kasi we haven't finished yet yung mga nasa upstream portion.
Yeah.
Nasa phase 4 pa lang kami, and we still have the phase 6 and also the upper Marikina intervention like yung mga flood control dams. Kasi ang most of the discharge is coming from actually sa Sierra Madre. And if heavy rain will fall, yung discharge or yung catchment basin natin, yung from the mountain, every water will be flown to the Marikina River, and yun ang mabigat. So hopefully, we are also appealing to the people, to the residents na this is only a 30-year term period flood discharge capacity lang, and hindi to 100% kasi hindi pa tayo tapos. Sabi nga ng Presidente, marami pang dapat gawin sa ating master plan, and we are still studying kung ano pa yung the best plan to countermeasure yung flooding natin sa Metro Manila to be 100% free from flood. So we are still, kumbaga 30% lang to matapos namin yung project, 30% pa lang. So we need 100% in the future.
It might take a while, and obviously we hope to get there sooner rather than later. We're gonna show everyone yung Facebook and YouTube pages that are relevant here, just to be able to make sure that everyone who wants information can do get it. So you can check them out on Pasig-Marikina River Channel Improvement Project for more information. Sa ngayon, 36 subscribers ang po ata. Let's damihan nga natin. Mag-100 na muna tayo dito. Alright? Small steps, small goals. But then you can check them out there. And of course, yung Facebook din nila pasigandahan as well. And we're going to try and make sure that everyone are informed, especially coming this typhoon season. Maraming salamat, Engineer. Maraming salamat, Ms. Lunas. Really appreciate you, and hopefully we can talk to you again soon with more success stories when it comes to flood mitigation. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you po.